An entire season comes down to 90 minutes. The last time Lansing Ignite played host to Forward Madison, it was the match of the season. Today, everything is on the line. Lansing wants to host a home playoff match. Forward Madison wants in the party. We will do it all. Coming up next. An entire regular season comes down to this, the final day of matches in the USL League One season. My name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you with us. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sparrow Health System. Choose wisely. Choose Sparrow. Forward Madison paying a visit to Michigan State Capitol today, trying to secure a spot in the USL League One playoffs. Lansing Ignite FC on the other side, trying to secure a home matchup in USL League One semifinals. Let's check out our player matchup, brought to you by LSJ.com and the Lansing State Journal, part of the USA Today Network. If you bought Tumi Moshobani stock all the way back in April, you have seen some nice returns as Tumi has continued to move his way up the goal standings in League One. As a matter of fact, he's got the third best total in the league, reaching double figures now with 10 goals. He has been a weapon, and he will go up against Ryan Coulter, the keeper for Forward Madison. A very tasty 78% save percentage. He's had 2 starts this year against Lansing Ignite FC. He made 5 stops against LIFC back in the meeting on June 1st. But the last time these two teams met right here in Cooley Law School Stadium, it was a classic, folks. Two teams went back and forth in stoppage time. Now, all these goals here on your screen took place in stoppage time. An absolutely crazy finish. Rafa Minsigan figured that things were going to be all set up after his goal, but Forward Madison would strike back, as you see the right foot tap by J.C. Banks, and then took some liberties with the LIFC flag in the corner. It's going to be a draw, right? No, it's not. Rafa Minsigan sent one in, and Alex Bruce would put it away. And the craziness would end with Lansing Ignite FC coming away with the victory. And they have not lost in a very long time, folks. Who will come out on top? Who's going to the playoffs? We'll find out next. And, of course, we will kick it. Welcome back to the 517. As always, Today's broadcast brought to you by Sparrow Health System. Choose wisely, choose Sparrow. Now the Mingos are in full form. They brought a busload of folks. The Flock made their way to Lansing, and as you can tell, they're ready to roll. Some pregame festivities as well. This was good to see the two sides getting together and celebrating the game. Should be a very festive atmosphere inside Cooley Law School Stadium. Let's check out the starting lineups brought to you by Frazier Trebeil-Cock Law Firm. Individual expertise, collective advantage. First for the home side, Lansing Ignite FC. We talked about Tumi Moshobani. And through all the goals Lansing scores, some of the attention sometimes maybe doesn't get properly paid to Stefan Cleveland. He has come in and been a factor for Nate Miller and Lansing Ignite, a very calming influence and stabilized that goalkeeper position. Now for forward Madison FC, of course, they will be led up top by Don Smart. 8 goals on the year. He leads forward Madison in the goals department. He was a first ever signee for forward Madison. So these are the lineups. These are the stakes for forward Madison. If they can get the win, they will secure their spot in the playoffs. No matter what the Chattanooga Red Wolves do, if they do not come away with a win, they are up in the air as to what will happen. So we will have a good idea. We'll definitely have at least another one of these pieces added after this matchup, and then later on in the evening we will figure out the other 2 pieces. But Lansing will know their fate as far as whether or not they will be at home, and they can do that if things go their way here this afternoon. Forward Madison will be in the white kits with a pink trim. Very slick looking kits for forward Madison. Lansing Ignite FC, all they need is a point, and they will lock up a home date for next weekend's playoffs. So we're just about ready to go. Jose Lara, the head official here this afternoon, will line things up. Lansing Ignite FC in their customary oranges with the white trim. There is an energy to this matchup here today. An entire season boils down to this for forward Madison FC. Jose Lara surveys the scene. We await the whistle. Danny Tenorio will put it in play. Check of the watch, and away we go from Cooley Law School Stadium. Final match of the USL League One regular season. My name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you with us wherever you may be watching around the world. There you see in the background right away, the Flock is in the house for forward Madison. This has been a place where Lansing Ignite FC has gotten the job done. Been incredible in this building. Service in towards the box. Here is Tenorio with it, turning. Stefan Cleveland. The hands out wide, saying, guys, this isn't what we were looking for here early on. There is Stefan Cleveland, the 26th overall pick of the Chicago Fire, 2017 MLS draft. You can see the left-footed shot that misses the frame. As always, replays tonight brought to you by Sparrow Health System. Forward Madison again coming up. Cleveland off the line. Has to put the brakes on as he gets towards the edge of the 18. Forward Madison here a minute in. Coming out very aggressively. And their head coach, Darrell Shore, told us in our weekly press conference, he said, we don't have to win the game in the first 15 minutes. And I think that is something teams lose focus on sometimes. Players always want to win the match. There's no question about it. They don't care what time of the match it is. But forward Madison coming out aggressive. Lansing Ignite with their first touches in territory. A half volley strike from Rafa Minsigan will go over top of everything. The assembly line in the house. They're in their regular form, as you can see. Coulter will line things up. 78% save percentage. He had the USL League One save of the week for week 1 this year. Clean sheet this season, as we talked about. Played his college soccer at East Tennessee State, where he broke the Atlantic Sun clean sheet record. First touch of the afternoon for Tumi Moshobani. Moshobani scored the first goal in Lansing Ignite FC history earlier this year. He scored a lot of the goals in Lansing Ignite FC history. He's got 10 of them this year. Ball played up towards Rafa Minsigan. He was the target on the left side. Minsigan's pass knocked down. Forward Madison looking to build up from it. Here's a run, Paulo Jr. Dispossessed, stepping through Josiel Nunez. But the foul called against Lansing, so this is a dangerous setup early on for forward Madison. Nunez trying to step through, was taken down. Josiel Nunez will tee it up. Scored 2 goals for the Panamanian national team. And a game-winning goal against Trinidad and Tobago last year. Trio of players for forward Madison available for the duties. Let's see which way they go. Set up, and that shot is blocked. The corner kick upcoming. Looked like Nunez couldn't get everything he wanted on it. 3 goals, 4 assists on the year for Nunez. J.C. Banks tee things up for the corner kick. It was his goal that thought was going to be the equalizer for forward Madison in that classic matchup here. That wiped his head on the flag in the corner. Some of the Lansing fans took exception to that on social media. Whistle sounds. Wyatt Omsberg, the guilty party. I can always tell who the guilty party is because they always have their arms out in a not guilty position. Moshobani. As that pass deflected over the line, Evo Cerda will toss it in. Cerda has been very solid for Lansing Ignite FC. 1 assist on the score sheet, but his match is not measured by what happens on the stat sheet. Former Michigan Wolverine. There is Cerda with it. Scored 9 goals for Michigan during his career. 6th minute, just underway. We're in downtown Lansing, Michigan. Madison wins, they're in. Stefan Cleveland tries the left side. Good touch on it to Minsigan. Here comes that Lansing Ignite FC pressure. Pato out towards the keeper. Coulter able to make a solid connection. There was numbers on that attack for forward Madison, but the ball played away. Now forward Madison brings some pressure of their own. Grant Stoneman missed some time earlier this month with some injuries. Former draft pick of the Chicago Fire, 55th overall, the 2019 MLS Super Draft. Good reversal to the other side. Rafa Minsigan in space. Minsigan chips it ahead. Moshobani, the cross! It's on frame off the deflection. And Coulter goes down to the turf to make the stop. He stopped an own goal for forward Madison. Check that Sparrow Health System replay. Moshobani sent it in. And boy, Wyatt Omsberg was almost in the wrong place at the wrong time. Lansing Ignite FC wins over 70% of their matches here Cooley Law School Stadium, and here we go again. Alma Enfor toe pokes it to the right side. Moshobani missed on the shot. Mensigan's cross played away. Comes free to Xavier Gomez. Gomez lines it up. Well, Lansing Ignite FC taking their turn offensively. Spirited first 7.5 minutes. You knew it would be. Madison has been stingy, allowing goals. Last 12 contests, they have not given up multiple goals in any of them. As a matter of fact, the last time they did surrender multiple goals, right in this stadium. Rafa Mensigan playing it back. I guess if you look at it, though, they only gave up one of those goals in stoppage time. It was the craziness, or excuse me, in regulation. Stoppage time was where the craziness started. Cross chipped in. Moshobani settles it. Moshobani fakes the pass, works his way across. Not a lot of available real estate. Fricky, the captain, touches it wide to the right. Ivo Cerda. Mensigan makes a move, loses control. Lansing Ignite FC beginning to impose their will just a little bit. Again, the 3 points, what Ford Madison is looking for. Slide tackle in the middle of the pitch. Tenorio went down. He's still down. Lansing has it. Rafa Mensigan sportingly pops it over the touchline. Danny Tenorio is down. He missed the first 2 months of the season with the meniscus tear. Does have 2 goals, including the game-winning goal at Richmond. Let's check out the Sparrow replay. Challenging tackle made by Brandon Fricky. Tenorio. Locked and loaded, took a full swing into a player that was already on the turf. There is Darrell Shore, formerly the assistant coach of the Chicago Fire from 2000 to 2010. Spent some time as the head coach of the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. Also the interim head coach of Real Salt Lake. Big MLS pedigree on Shore's resume. Tenorio will get to his feet, which is a good sight to see. Walking very gingerly. See which direction Darrell Shore wants to go in the early on. As we just cross over into the 12th minute, the flock is in the house. Big hello to everyone watching back in Madison at Ozone's Brewery. Glad to have you along. 12th minute, no score. Good to see Tenorio walking under his own power. Stoneman plays it ahead. Fricky wings it out to the right side. Here is Brandon Fricky. 23rd overall pick in 2015 by the Colorado Rapids. Some pressure now from forward Madison. And here they come. Nunez, his shot knocked down. Don Smart will cross it. Cleveland off the line, a collision. The ball is loose, and Stefan Cleveland recovers to make the grab. Can you guys tell everything is on the line? Nunez getting the stern talking to right now. Another Sparrow Health System replay. Quality ball sent in by Smart. Look at Stefan Cleveland. Season of college soccer at Louisville, was 14th in the country in goals against average his senior year. Sounds like Tenorio will come out of the match. There's Don Smart. Darrell Shore not in a position where he can take a lot of chances. Your season's on the line. You have to make those decisions. Omsberg plays it back. Lansing coming with delayed pressure. And through the middle, here's Ivo Serda. As we move in to the 15th minute. Chipped ahead towards the sideline and out of play. Substitution coming. Brian Beeman will come in, replacing Danny Tenorio. Tenorio shaken up with that knee situation, will have to come out of the match, so the first sub is a forced play for Darrell Shore. Fans, remember, Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. 15 minutes down. Madison came out very aggressive. First 3 to 4 minutes, Lansing Ignite FC found their footing. They created a couple quality chances of their own. Now over the course of the last 5 minutes or so, the match got stalled out a bit. Whistle called from behind. Nunez guilty once again. Here is what's at stake. Lansing Ignite just needs a point. They clinch the 2 seed. Madison, they get 3 points. They're in no matter what. If they don't, they need a Chattanooga draw or loss, depending on what happens. That match will kick off at 7 p.m. Chattanooga, the home side. They will play Toronto FC 2. Shabani hit with that call. There's another look at Don Smart. Over 100 matches played for Indy 11, USL Championship. He was USL League One midseason MVP. Ball sent inside the 18, loose temporarily, whistle sounds. I believe it was a handball, maybe the elbow for Beeman. Beeman, the veteran, played 2 seasons at Puerto Rico FC. A couple goals this year, 17 matches played. Grant Stoneman, the 2018 Missouri Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Year out of Loyola Chicago. Lansing Ignite FC. will touch it. Here comes Lansing Ignite FC. You see that gaudy 8-1-4 record. The plus 13 goal differential in those 13 matches. Forward Madison, been pretty good on the road, 4-5-4. Just about what you want. Rafa Minsigan tries to make a turn. Minsigan's put together a great season, 6 goals, 7 assists. Moshovani not able to catch up with it. Moshovani, native of South Africa. Spent last year with the Charlotte Eagles of USL League 2. 3 goals in 10 matches for them. And he's exploded on the scene this year. Rafa Minsigan tries to work his way through, not able to. Moshovani in some space. Pokes it ahead, Minsigan bodied up. Throw in coming up. Minsigan was a USL League One Player of the Month for July. Evil Serda couldn't quite catch up to that ball. Lansing Ignite will give it away, however. Came loose to Grant Stoneman. Stefan Cleveland takes no chances, sends it over the touchline. Throw-in coming up for forward Madison. There is Nate Miller in his first season, the youngest head coach across all U.S. professional soccer leagues at just 33 years old. You have to figure he's made his case for USL League One Coach of the Year. What they have done, it's been incredible. Ball sent inside the 18, comes loose to Carter Manley. Miller was the League One Coach of the Month for August. He's assisted by Joel DeLass and Tim Daniels, while Zenga, his goalkeeper coach. A yellow card will be issued to Elma Enfor. Let's check the Sparrow Health System replay. There you see the left arm gets extended. Hand goes up into the face region. It's tough to do, tough to get away with when you're in the spotlight. Elma Enfor scored some incredible goals this year. He had that bicycle kick against forward Madison. Was on highlight reels everywhere. The Sports Center top 10. Nifty play by Serda. Chips it ahead, Pato. Didn't get what he wanted on the pass. Rafa Minsigan was on the move, and that right there is Lansing Ignite in a nutshell. They jump out into lanes and get rolling. For 150 fans for forward Madison making the bus trip. The flock in the house. You saw him in the background. Elma Enfor gave chase to it. Nunez along that far touchline. He had a real good flow the first 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes, we have not quite seen the same level of scoring opportunities. Too much mustard on the hot dog as that pass across the pitch out of the reach of Rafa Minsigan. Throw-in coming up now for forward Madison. J.C. Banks went to it right away. 50-50 ball up at midfield. N4 wins it. Moshobani had it for a second. Stepping through, Paulo Jr. On the move, Jr. Bit of a misfire on the shot with the right foot. Paulo Jr. spent 3 seasons in the MLS. He did 41 matches also for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists this year. Jose Lara giving more tutorials. His assistants today, Christian Little, Noah Matos. 4th official, Christian Vorovenci. Gomez gets it rolling. Moshobani touches it. Elma N4 can't catch up to it, but a throw-in coming up for Lansing Ignite. Connor Tobin, the captain, that left armband on. Connor Tobin, the captain, is pledged to drink a beer with the flock on the sideline if they get the win here today. Tobin spent 5 seasons at North Carolina FC. Throw-in coming in for Lansing Ignite FC. Of course, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, Connor Tobin delivering cookies to the season ticket holders out on social media. Seems like my kind of guy. Likes to have some fun. Grant Stoneman to the middle. Lots of extended possession here for Lansing Ignite FC. For Madison, content to concede that possession. Now some pressure coming. For Madison, now with it. Play to the middle. There is some space. Pass threaded through. Right foot. Cleared away temporarily. Paulo Jr. gave one a go. Paulo with it again. To Leonard. Leonard went to the left side. Christian Diaz had a chance. Ball served into the box. Redirected by Nunez, and Stefan Cleveland goes to the turf to make the grab. So forward Madison jumping up into the attack. After about 15 minutes, they were very benign. They made a bid. Comes Lansing again. Now it's Elma N4. That ball trickles over the line. N4 wants the foul call, but will not get it. He is animated. Let's take a look at that Sparrow Health System replay. For Madison, this close. Nunez couldn't get everything he wanted on the redirect. Elma N4 saying, hey, took one in the grill. But not getting the results he wanted. Still trying to shake it off. Nick Moon standing over it, as is Xavier Gomez. Whistle sounds. Gomez Sends it into the 18, and climbing the stairs it looked like was Elma Enfor. I believe he used his opponent to catapult himself up into the air. Officiating crew was right on top of that one. Sparrow Health System replay. Look at N4 go to the top. Elma N4 still a bit heated. Stoneman whiffs on his clearance attempt and now gives it away. Apollo Jr. inside the 18. Across the box. Left side, left-footed shot just wide of the post by J.C. Banks. So J.C. Banks, whose father Jimmy played for the U.S. men's national team in the 1990 World Cup, just misses that left post. We knew the story before Madison, a very veteran-laden team. They're playing like veterans here this afternoon. Corner service, that got all the way through. Off of Lansing, so a throw coming up. Atmosphere here inside Cooley Law School Stadium. Stephon Cleveland will scoop it up, roll it out to the right side. 30th minute. My name is Neil Rule. Happy you're with us. Everything on the line. Of course, there'll be more matches later on this evening. Richmond and Orlando at 7 p.m. But here's one that is very intriguing. Chattanooga against Toronto. Of course, for Madison fans, hope it's not intriguing. Tormenta against Greenville. And the Lansing fans hope this one's not intriguing in terms of Tormenta and Greenville. Tormenta match against Greenville will kick at 8 o'clock. That will be the final match of the USL League One regular season. Of course, they were the first match of the season. Making a run was Rafa Mintz again. The whistle sounds, and what do we have? A booking coming up. Much to the dismay of Wyatt Omsberg. He doesn't like it. Omsberg, who's on loan from Minnesota United FC, the MLS, going the books with the yellow card. Xavier Gomez over with Nick Moon. See what Nate Miller has up his sleeve. 32nd minute. Moon drops it off. Gomez has that block. Now the ball sent down the pitch. Nunez gives chase. Stephon Cleveland snuffed that out, jumping off his line. Throwing coming up for forward Madison. Has had the better of it as late, but this is all it could take for Lansing Ignite FC. Rafa Minzigan makes a run on the left side, pulls up, tried to drop it off. Grant Stoneman retreats with it. IFC now will hold it again. Assembly line. Got the drums out today. Right side attack, ball sent in. Moshabani lets it go through. Mintz again, couldn't get on the end of it. Gomez goes off to the right. Ball sent over top of everyone. Catching up to it in the corner and winning the corner. Great hustle. And Lansing United FC off the hard work of Rafa Mintz again. Will try their hand at the corner kick. Shabani, his cross works its way through. That's sent just wide to the left post. So blows continuing to be landed by both sides. And every single time you think that a team has maybe seized control of the match, the other team comes back with a quality chance. This time it was Brandon Fricky. Nearly found glory. Madison supporter group, the Flock, finding some glory right now. Allo Jr. with the control. JC Banks, he's been solid here today for forward Madison. Elma N4 hesitates, now accelerates. He's taken down. The foul is called. Booking apiece. Elma N4 in the 20th minute was handed a yellow. Wyatt Omsberg scooped one up in the 31st minute. Snowman sends it back, and here's Brandon Fricky again. Back up towards midfield. Ball volley back and forth. Pato the target. That ball is knocked out of play. And fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL and USL League One on ESPN through the 2022 season. USL excited to announce that the championship and League One play will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL. And at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and right here on ESPN Plus. Corner kick coming up. Tumi Moshabani. Great to see that stability for the USL, the worldwide leader in sports through the 2022 season. Moshabani sends the corner in. Played away. Rafa Mintz again. Chipped it. Too much on it. Ryan Coulter will track it down. Rafa Mintz again locked in. These two teams with everything on the line. Lansing United FC lock up a home match in the semifinals. All they need is a solitary point. If these results hold right now, that would be the scenario. Of course, forward Madison dictates their future with 3 points. If they don't come away with 3 points, they have to play the role of cheerleader. Grant Stoneman with the possession. That was something Darrell Shore mentioned multiple times to us in our midweek press conference. He said, bottom line, it's on us. control our destiny. It's up to us what happens. Carter Manley sends it up. Manley played his college soccer for the powerhouse Duke. 58 matches played for the Duke Blue Devils. Was drafted by Minnesota United FC, a 23rd overall pick. The 2018 MLS Super Draft. As Christian Diaz makes his way back, he's played professionally in all 3 divisions in Mexico. Lots of talent on the pitch on both sides. Ball threaded through. Paulo Jr. drops it off. Left side. Banks lets one fire. Stefan Cleveland calmly and confidently knocks it down, takes possession. J.C. Banks has been good. The 2009 Horizon League Player of the Year, scored 35 goals at Wisconsin Green Bay. That was his bid for one here this afternoon. All our replays brought to you by Sparrow Health System. Choose wisely, choose Sparrow. Brandon Fricke will let it go through to Stefan Cleveland. Pass sent ahead again. Nick Moon, very valuable player forward named Miller, can really play all over the pitch. USL League One Team of the Week back in Week 3. He had the game winner against forward Madison back on June 1st. The matchup in Wisconsin. Whistle goes against forward Madison. Lansing Ignite FC has had the better of the possession battle here today. Over 65% of that possession. Lara has been busy. J.C. Banks will touch it out forward. Madison looking to put something together. Carter Manley. Paulo Jr. sends it back. Here's Leonard. Will give chase for Madison, going backwards. Grant Stoneman unable to settle things down, so here's forward Madison now with some space. Nunez turning, allowed some space. He goes to Banks. Overlapping run made by Manley. Banks chips it up towards frame. Making a run was Beeman. Stefan Cleveland sure-handedly makes that grab. Looking for the latest USL League One news and content? Follow at USL League One on Twitter, Facebook, or the Gram for exclusive access and updates. Shabani steps through. That pass broken up by Eric Leonard. Leonard was the Gold Coast League Player of the Year last year in Australia. Started 11 matches this year, getting the nod here with everything on the line. Pass slotted through. Making the run is Manley. His cross got all the way through to the middle. Left foot shot is struck home by J.C. Banks, and forward Madison takes a 1-0 lead. Banks with the flip. J.C. Banks, his 5th goal of the season, sends the Flock into a frenzy. They have a 1-0 lead on the road. Huge goal for forward Madison. Banks was the one that got all this started. Beautiful pass slotted through. Hanley's cross got all the way through. And J.C. Banks, right place, right time, left foot. Made no mistake. J.C. Banks. The biggest goal of the season so far for forward Madison. How will Lansing respond? The flag up on the far sideline. See if Lansing United FC turns the heat up here as we creep up towards stoppage time. That goal makes the folks in Greenville happy right now. Man of the hour. Fifth minute. Coming in for it, trying to make his way through. Lansing Ignite now trying to counter. Patos jumped up into the run. That shot fired over top of everything. As we move towards stoppage time, they'll get that select ball thrown back out onto the pitch. Stoppage time brought to you by Peak Performance Physical Therapy, the official training and rehab partner of Lansing Ignite. So I know the folks in Greenville are happy right now with the way this thing stands. Greenville squares off against Tormenta later on this evening. If this result holds and Greenville can get a win, they will slide in and host USL League One semifinals next week. They would host Lansing Ignite FC. These results stand. That first goal has been vital to forward Madison. They are 9-0-2. They score first. Lansing's been able to win one time this year. They concede first. Lansing United FC got that win over Tormenta right here in Cooley Law School Stadium. That was 2 weeks ago. Nick Moon to toss it in. Goal against Fort Madison earlier this year. He'd like to get another one. Grant Stoneman. The dying moments of the first half. Madison very solid defensively. There's just nowhere for Lansing to go. The whistle sounds and the first half comes to an end, but J.C. Banks the story for forward Madison just moments before the end of the first half. Put one home with his left foot to give forward Madison a 1-0 lead that they will take to the locker room. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll get you caught up with the news and notes and everything around the USL League One. Forward Madison with the 1-0 lead, 45 minutes away from clinching possibly a playoff spot. USL League One semifinals. We'll be back with more. This is USL League One Soccer on ESPN+. Welcome back to Cooley Law School Stadium. Final day of competition here for the regular season of the USL League One. Some news breaking from the USL League One. They announced their participants in the 20 under 20 list. 4 players from League One on the list. What do they all have in common? Other than being great players, scoring lots of goals, they're eligible for international competition. Of course, Ronaldo Damas not only leading the league in goals, also will participate for the Haitian national team as well. Speaking of North Texas SC, they have locked things up as far as USL League One table goals. They will be the #1 seed, the only squad to finish with above 50 points in the regular season. They will be the top seed throughout the playoffs, and they have already announced that they will host their first playoff match coming up on October 12th. That's Saturday night at 8 p.m. What else is at stake? Well, Chattanooga and Toronto will decide some things as well as far as USL League One playoff scenarios go. Chattanooga, of course, in a must-win situation, and they will have every opportunity to do so against Toronto FC2. Now, Toronto not eligible as they have been eliminated from playoff contention, but they are very eligible as far as competing with Chattanooga. These two teams have pretty much played level the entire season, so they will meet one final time to determine the fate of the Chattanooga Red Wolves if they are going to go to the USL League One playoffs. And the other matchup to watch, Tormenta and Greenville. Of course, Greenville with eyes on this Lansing match here this afternoon. They want to host a playoff matchup as well. But in order to do that, they will have to come away with a victory over Tormenta. Now, these teams kicked off USL League One competition as a whole all the way back in March. These two teams know each other very well. They've squared off many times this season. As a matter of fact, 5 times these two sides have faced each other. There are no more secrets, and the final chapter of the season will be written here tonight. Of course, Jake Keegan was a factor all season long for Greenville. He has been injured, so we'll see what Greenville has up their sleeves in terms of trying to get 3 points and also wanting to host that home playoff match. Now let's check out exactly what's on the line. We all know the story here, Lansing against Madison. But of course, as we were just talking about Chattanooga and Toronto, Madison has a draw or a loss. Chattanooga win will mean they are in the playoffs in Tormenta and Greenville. With the Lansing loss, of course, Greenville can clinch the 2 seed and a home playoff semifinal game. That is what it's all coming down to here for USL League One and the playoffs bracket. We will know the rest of the participants after today wraps up. North Texas, as we see, that number 1 seed, they are in charge. But we will kick it next weekend in our race to crown a USL League One champion. That's it for League One. Let's check out the rest of the USL.
Long-range effort, oh, that's spectacular! From distance, and it's a goal! That's a great save, Van Oekel. That's it for Hartford Athletic!
Hamilton, back out wide. Chance to put this in the penalty area, chance, a goal! Devin Sandoval brings them to their feet in Albuquerque. A minute to play, Dia puts it in, desperately headed away, shot comes in, it's 2-2! Oh, can you believe it? From 2-0 down, Phoenix are level.
Making the run, Mo Hernandez, edge of the box. Hernandez, great move, gets free. Hernandez! Gives SAFC the lead!
I told you the big man was feeling it tonight.
Rolling to the middle.
Oh,
Good shot!
Goes right, gets the shot away, score! Nowhere to go for Lorendi.
Back in the middle looking for Cox, trying to set up a shot, and it finds the corner! We're level at 2! And all of a sudden, game on here in Tucson! Puts this in the middle, looking for Ramos, bingo! It's off the hands of Hara and in! The opening goal for Toronto FC 2.
Moafe lofts it. Boateng on the run. Boateng back of the net. Charles Boateng is first in league play.
To send it in. Headed away, couldn't get by the first man. Bermudez might come away with it, and he does! And there's nobody in goal! Greenville are going to score, and they're going to the playoffs! Greenville and Chris Bermudez!
Let's check out the USL League One news and notes. Peyton Manning going to be very happy. Omaha is joining USL League One next season. Union Omaha unveiled the name, logo, and colors as they will be in action in 2020. The Player of the Week, Vangel Zagoro, was credited with the key assist in Chattanooga's win as they continue their push for the playoffs. Zagoro doing exactly what he does best. That's setting up goals. Speaking of goals, let's check out the goal leaders. Of course, Ronaldo Damas, the man everybody's chasing, 16 of them. His number is posted, so he is in the clubhouse with those 16 goals. Jordan Perusa has an outside chance. He will have to certainly get it done for Toronto FC2 if he wants to run down the goal leader. And, of course, Tumi Moshavani has worked his way into the top 3. Now the best helpers USL League One has to offer. Arturo Rodriguez, 10 assists on the year. He has the lead, a comfortable lead as it stands right now. Of course, Lansing Ignite fans see Rafa Mintz again. Boy, he's a Tupac player, folks. How do you want it? He can set them up. He can score the goals as well. 7 helpers, 6 goals in 20 matches played. The goals against leaders. The Golden Glove race. Dallas J has a stranglehold on it right now. A minuscule 0.692 goals against average. You would figure that title is Dallas J's to lose. Let's check out the scoreboard for USL League One, the final week of regular season action. Of course, North Texas Soccer Club did what they've done all season long. They got a win over FC Tucson by the score of 3-1. Toronto FC 2 with a win over the Richmond Kickers on Wednesday. And, of course, the playoff fates will be decided tonight at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Here's where we sit right now, the USL League One standings. North Texas, as we said earlier, has that number 1 seed locked up. Who else will be joining them? Well, we know Lansing will be there. We just don't know where they will be next week. We will find out after 45 more minutes of soccer. New stadium alert for North Texas. They will be moving their operations to Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. 2020 will be the start date for them in Arlington. And in some sad news from around the league and the soccer community as a whole, everyone mourns the passing of Promise Isaac, the 31-year-old forward for Austin Bold. Welcome back to Cooley Law School Stadium. 45 minutes still to play for Madison. Trying to lock up their invitation to the playoffs. They can do that if they keep Lansing United FC off the board. Let's check out the first 45 minutes of play. First 5 minutes filled with action for Madison came out aggressive. Lansing United FC would respond, however, as that guy Tumi Moshobani was in the mix, as he usually is. Nearly an own goal put in by Wyatt Omsberg off of Tumi Moshobani's cross, trying to find Elma Enfor, but on the spot was Ryan Coulter, and that kept things scoreless in the early going for Madison, giving Lansing a taste, really, of their own medicine. That takeaway by Josiel Nunez would result in this. The cross by Don Smart would go over, and Stefan Cleveland would collide, but then recover, getting to his feet to scoop up the loose ball right on the 6th line. And again, we would remain scoreless. Coulter off the goal kick would send it down the pitch, and the whiff on the clearance by Grant Stoneman would result in the turnovers. Paulo Jr. would send it across, and here was J.C. Banks with the left foot. Just missed that left post. Remember the name J.C. Banks a little bit later on. I mean a very little bit later on, like here and now. The cross by Carter Manley goes all the way through, as Don Smart would send it back, and J.C. Banks, right place, right time, left foot, would give forward Madison the 1-0 lead right at the brink of the halftime break in the 43rd minute, as he took care of business, scoring that goal for forward Madison to give them the 1-0 lead. Forward Madison, despite losing out the possession battle really were very good in that first 45 minutes of play. This is the best a visiting squad has looked inside Cooley Law School Stadium in a very long time this season. They have not held the possession, but they have been the aggressor. If this score holds up the way it is right now, Forward Madison would slide into that 4 spot, and then all eyes would turn to the Greenville Tormenta match, where with a win, Greenville would host Lansing Ignite FC. And if they were not able to get the win, you would flip-flop that, and they would be back here in downtown Lansing in the 5-1-7. So 45 minutes still to play, and that man, Darrell Shore, has his side on the brink of jumping in to the playoffs, the USL League One semifinals. So we are just about ready to go for the second half. Tonight's broadcast, as always, brought to you by Sparrow Health System. Choose wisely, choose Sparrow. Forward Madison, and those white kits with the light blue and pink trim. Getting ready to go. Lansing Ignite FC, not been their usual attacking self. They have had their moments, but they've just not been as clean as they typically are. Head coach Nate Miller said with the role that they've been on, their calling card would be to come out and overwhelm the opponents. They certainly have not done that here this afternoon. Jose Lara checks the watch. The whistle sounds and the second half begins. We're in downtown Lansing in the 5-1-7. Lansing Ignite FC and Forward Madison. My name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you with us on your home for USL League One soccer. Final half of the regular season for these two teams. We'll see what kind of adjustments, if any, that Nate Miller has up his sleeve. Of course, Darrell Shore as well. There's the assembly line. You can tell they're starting to lock in now. The shirts are coming off. Opening kick temperature, 55 degrees. It doesn't matter. Trying to lock up a home playoff match. Ball chipped up towards the 18. Played off by Connor Tobin. Xavier Gomez goes to the middle. Pato couldn't connect on his pass. Gomez stepped through. J.C. Banks turned with it. Now it's Moshobani. His shot was blocked. Carter Manley plays it towards midfield. Forward Madison now looking to pop a counter. Nunez hands it off. That ball slotted up to no one in particular. Stefan Cleveland will retreat and gather. Cleveland, 7 clean sheets this year, 71% save percentage. USL League One Player of the Month for June. He had 3 clean sheets in June alone. Banks one more time. Touches it ahead. Koifik. Get another go at it. Nunez hit with another foul. One booking in the first half for each side. Elma Enfor in the 20th minute. Wyatt Omsberg in the 31st minute. Lansing at 64% of the possession, but 0% of the scoreboard right now. They have no shots on target. And I'm not the biggest math guy. Not the biggest mathematics guy. But with no shots on target, it's tough to score a goal. Even I can figure that one out. You would think they'd like to make Ryan Coulter, the keeper, for Forward Madison work. Reversal for Lansing Ignite. They'll try the left side. Nick Moon with it. Just nowhere to go. John Smart came up to challenge and fell back. Madison moving in unison defensively. Flag is up. That was an easy call. Christian Little, the assistant referee. Noah Matos, the other assistant. Christian Borovenci, the fourth official. Ryan Coulter will line things up. Native of Dublin, Ireland, played his college soccer at East Tennessee State. Broke the Atlantic Sun Conference record for clean sheets during his time there. Has a League One Save of the Week on his resume. Ball sent in towards the 18. Luciel Nunez was the target. Nunez, not a bad play, scored 2 goals for the Panamanian national team and a game winner against Trinidad and Tobago last year. J.C. Banks will tee things up. Banks sends it in. Double punch by Stefan Cleveland. That shot curled towards the right post. Nunez unable to get the result he wanted. Stefan Cleveland had to be sharp. Nunez off the half volley. Just have not seen that explosiveness from Lansing Ignite here this afternoon. We've seen moments of it, but not the complete buildup. Ball played over the line, throw-in coming up. Leonard towards the corner. That pass connects to Paulo Jr. Jr. challenged. Rafa Minsigan takes it away. Moshovani back to Rafa Minsigan. Minsigan slots it ahead. Elma Enfor on the move to the corner. 2 defenders run out towards Elma Enfor. Moshovani. Throw-in coming up for Lansing. The first real bit of energy for LIFC here in the second half. Again, that final quality just not there. Still plenty of time, however, as we move into the 53rd minute. Beeman goes to Paulo Jr. Paulo Jr.'s shot blocked. Throw-in coming up. Beeman came on as a sub. Danny Tenorio hurt his knee and had to come out roughly about 11 or 12 minutes into this matchup. I believe it was the 15th minute, as a matter of fact. That's where he was officially subbed for. He went down in the 11th or 12th minute, tried to give it a go. Darrell Shore's hand was forced with that substitution. Our Sparrow replay. Moshovani, bit shaken up. Gomez, midfield. across the line. Nate Miller urging his team on. The youngest head coach in all of U.S. professional soccer leagues. He's 33 years old. Studs getting up in the air. Kevin Koyfik. A little bit too dangerous. Jose Lara's taste. Sparrow replay. Christian Diaz sends it in. Dangerous here for forward Madison. J.C. Banks. Sent his cross. Over in that ball. Just over the left field wall. Where the assembly line will toss it back in. Ahead. Elma N4 on the move. Jumping up into the play is Nick Moon. N4 taken down from behind. Josiel Nunez has been very physical here this afternoon. It's at least his 4th foul he's been called for. You see just a dismissive shove. Jose Lara explaining that to him. He said, look, I've talked to you a lot here today. We're not talking anymore. With all apologies to Charlie Puth, we don't talk anymore. Xavier Gomez will line things up. Koyfik. Former JUCO All-American at Broward Community College in 2016. Ball sent ahead. Left side settled down. Crossing over into the box, going down. Official says play on. Crowd doesn't like it at Cooley Law School Stadium. Moshobani. Too much mustard on the hot dog to Nick Moon. Be the referee. Mintz again, presses on. Holter put it back in play. Nate Miller looking for some answers right now, 57th minute. Looks like Alex Bruce will come into the match. As will Kyle Carr. Miller looking to get a bit aggressive. J.C. Banks in the middle. Lansing Ignite have controlled some of the play as of late. Stephon Cleveland came outside the 18. Tries to move through. He's dispossessed. Punch through. Banks steps through. He's taken down. The official will point to the spot. J.C. Banks taken down inside the 18. There was no hesitation. Jose Lara, he made the call right away. Brandon Fricke tried to step through, instead got whistled. Jose Lara will go have a discussion. I thought he was going to go have a discussion with his assistant, but instead will issue the yellow. Brandon Fricke hit with the yellow card, so it's the worst of both worlds for Lansing Ignite. Don Smart will take it. Madison 1 for 2 on penalties so far this season. Stefan Cleveland has stopped 1 penalty this year. The Greenville fans, I'm sure, are locked in right now. Don Smart stepping over. 8 goals on the season, looking for 9. Can he get it? He does not. Cleveland closes the door. A huge roar from the crowd at Cooley Law School Stadium. Stefan Cleveland said negative. His 2nd penalty stop of the year. And a slap of the hands. See if Lansing Ignite can capitalize on this energy. Corner served into the mixing bowl. Pato tried to send it through. Volley attempt goes across, and that just missed the left post. So Pato will come out, and Alex Bruce will come in. Kyle Carr will also come in, and Ivo Cerda will come out. So Nate Miller getting aggressive with his substitutions. Kyle Carr in, former JUCO All-American at East Florida State Community College. It's a goal and 2 assists. Nunez comes through inside the 18. Molshabani takes it away, outlets to Nick Moon. Lansing Ignite FC looking for the counter. Played over the line. Lansing wants to move quickly. Space available for Lansing in the middle. That ball goes off of Kyle Carr. Now forward Madison looking to do something with that newfound possession. Brian Beeman not happy with his touch. Molshabani to Carr. On the left side. Rafa Mintz again. Works his way through. That right-footed shot is blocked. Mintz again goes through. I think through is the proper word. Paulo Jr. Fans, USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Making a run is Beeman. Just taken off at the last minute. Goal kick coming up now for Lansing Ignite FC. You can feel the pace picking up here in the 63rd minute. Remember, Madison locks their spot in the playoffs with a win. Which would shatter the dreams of the Chattanooga fans. Lansing's already in. There's Nick Moon. They know they're in, they just want to be at home. Of course, Greenville already in. They would like to be at home. Pass for Nick Moon, too far. long throw in for forward Madison. Here's Kyle Carr. Carr sends it ahead to the left corner. Quality ball from Kyle Carr. Carter Manley does the job. Again heads it. There's J.C. Banks. He's been everywhere here today. Carr taken down. Diaz didn't like the call. Urgency here for forward Madison, but that is the chair they've created for themselves in this game. They have the 1-0 lead. J.C. Banks, the goal scorer, sent those guys into a frenzy. The flock, about 150 strong, made the trek from Madison. Lansing trying to give it a go. Elma N4 being hounded by Nunez, and this time Nunez will go in the book, and that's an accumulation booking. Make no mistake about it. Josiel Nunez has been hit with about 5 or 6 fouls today. Jose Lara, the head official, told him before, he said no more. Giovanni. A big hello to everybody in Madison watching at the working draft for their watch party. I'm sure they got the drinks going right now. They're happy with the way things stand. The J.C. Banks goal in the first half, the difference right now. Cleveland will outlet. Forward Madison has been pretty solid defensively here in the second half so far. Elma N4 trying to get on the end of it. He does inside the 18. Handball will be called. It was just a couple of steps outside the corner of the 18. Fortunately for forward Madison. Sparrow Health System replay. There you see, pretty evident. I believe a booking has taken place. Paulo Jr. in the books. That's the 3rd yellow card for forward Madison. Berg has one, Nunez has one. And above all of that, a dangerous setup for Lansing Ignite FC. Trailing by a goal. Kevin Koifik at 6'3". Maybe a target. Far right side of your screen, let's see. Here we go. Not a lot on it. Almost worked its way through. Carr touches it back towards the top of the D. Just getting word. Paulo Jr., the Yellow card was also an accumulation yellow. Carr chips it ahead, looking for Moon. I'm sure the flag is up, and it is. So says Christian Little. Christian Little, another one of the rising stars, officiating lots of matches in the state of Michigan. We move into the 70th minute. Nate Miller, the head coach of Lansing United FC, has used 2 of his subs. Nunez can't do much with it. Omsberg heads it up. Kyle Carr. Almost flicked on towards Alex Bruce, but here's Nunez on the other side. Nunez takes it away. Moves over to the left foot. We'll send it over top of everything. Josiel Nunez, 3 goals, 4 assists this year. From Panama City, Panama. 2 goals for the Panamanian national team. On his resume, had a game winner against Trinidad and Tobago last year. Four shots on target for forward Madison. Lansing still looking for their first, which is unheard of when they play in Cooley Law School Stadium. They have dominated in this building. They have not dominated here tonight. Nick Moon wins the throw. Sends it inside the 18, looking for N4. Nunez with it. Working with Don Smart. Smart has it taken away by Gomez. Rafa Mintz again. He goes down. Whistle sounds against Eric Leonard. Leonard, who was a Gold Coast League Player of the Year last year in Australia, guilty of that foul. Not much debate. Sparrow replay. Moon takes it back. Moon's cross knocked down. Koyfik. Carr in the middle. May have gotten away with one against Nunez. Here's Moshobani in the middle. Moshobani crosses over, trying to feather a pass with his left foot through. Couldn't find its mark. Some more discussion. I believe that's J.C. Banks down on the pitch. Former Horizon League Player of the Year in 2009 for Wisconsin Green Bay, scored 35 goals in his career. And a yellow card has been issued. Tumi Moshobani in the books. Coulter sends it down the field. This Lansing Lansing Ignite FC side that averages 5 shots on target per match at home does not have one here today. Paulo Jr. rips one at Stefan Cleveland. Here comes Nick Moon again. This has been the story in the second half for Lansing Ignite FC. Just trying to find a way to crack the defensive forward Madison. It's not easy to do. Darrell Shore told us that's the strength of our team. We've given them 5 goals in our last 11 matches. Ball to the corner, Nick Moon makes his way through. Moon hesitates, and he lost it. That's the kind of afternoon it's been for Lansing Ignite FC. Any kind of point for LIFC would secure a home playoff match. These results hold, Madison would clinch the 4 seed, and Greenville would have an opportunity to earn the 2 seed with a win at Tormenta. They will kick that match at 8 o'clock. Don Smart slots it through. Nunez makes a run. Nunez has it. Back heel, beam it. Reversal to J.C. Banks. Banks has the goal here this afternoon. Pass across, Nunez. His cross, Cleveland goes down to the turf to make the grab. Boy, Brian Beeman was in the neighborhood. Forward Madison nearly put a hammerlock on this matchup. Boy, Paulo Jr. couldn't get everything he wanted on the header. If anybody's capable in the final 15 minutes, it's Lansing Ignite FC. They made a living this year. 8 goals in the final 15 minutes. And remember the last time these two teams met here, Lansing scored twice in stoppage time. So don't go anywhere. Can't keep the control. Beeman makes a run. Ball played out, a throw-in coming up. Nate Miller looks towards his bench, still has 1 substitute at his disposal. This Lansing team has not lost in a long time. Seasons have changed. We've gone from summer to fall. That shot sent wide to the left side of the frame. Stefan Cleveland wants to go. Paulo Jr. coming on for forward Madison the last 5 or 6 minutes. Spent 3 seasons in the MLS. Long run with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers as well. Back heel pass. Gets it back temporarily. Leonard sends it up to Carr. '79th minute. Carr sends it ahead. Mintz again, down to the turf, still able to collect it. Carr to Moshobani. Now Nick Moon. Miscommunication. That ball trickles over the line. That's the way it's been. Fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. The USL is excited to announce that the championship and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 matches per year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Final substitution for Nate Miller. Reese Williams comes on for Lansing Ignite. Grant Stoneman comes off. And that is the last chess move that Nate Miller had available. Throw-in coming up for forward Madison. There's Alex Bruce. Another throw-in coming up, which is just fine by forward Madison. Heel. Set up, that ball sent on frame. Stefan Cleveland makes the grab. Ball goes across the line. Some interference from Christian Diaz. That will result in a booking. It's the 4th yellow card. In the meantime, a sub coming up for Madison. Jiro Barriga Toyama will come in. Paulo Jr. will come out. Toyama in. Very good minutes here today from Paulo Jr. Toyama has an assist. It is college soccer at Florida Gulf Coast. Williams throws it in. Shabani played it back over the line. That's the way the last maybe 10 minutes have gone for Lansing Ignite FC. This is not what we have seen from this side all season long. Delayed whistle goes against Brandon Fricky. If you look, the last about 4 minutes of this match, ball's been going over the touchline, foul's being called, and it's ground to a halt. That suits forward Madison FC just fine, and to lock their spot in the playoffs. 4th and final team. And a goal kick awarded to Lansing Ignite FC. Of course, if this result holds, that will shatter the dreams of those in Chattanooga. Rafa Mintz again on the run. Will not be able to get there. Or Madison FC able to hold on here. Chattanooga Red Wolves will get that unfortunate E next to them in the USL League One table. Rafa Mintz again, the USL League One Player of the Month for July. And a goal and an assist against Ford Madison. Last time these two teams squared off here in Cooley Law School Stadium. Rowan coming up. Lansing Ignite Knight have dominated the possession, but have not converted that into any shots on target. Carr looking to get things moving as we move into the 85th minute. My name is Neil Rule. Happy you're with us on ESPN Plus. Hello to everybody watching down there in Greenville, Chattanooga as well. Forward Madison trying to reserve their spot in the playoffs. Sent ahead along the line. Rafa Minsigan steps into the shot. It's blocked inside the box. Another shot, Minsigan. Save is made by Coulter. The first shot on target of the night. Minsigan almost leveled things. And Ryan Coulter makes maybe the biggest save of the season. Substitute coming on for forward Madison. Brandon Eaton will check in, placing Josiel Nunez. Eaton played last year for the Richmond Kickers, tore his ACL, does have 2 assists this year. Darrell Shore trying to go to the bullpen for the closer. Rafa Minsigan gave it another go. I can't tell if that ball was deflected or not. Ryan Coulter made the stop. With a 78% save percentage on the year. There was Eaton trying to make a move with it. Ball headed back to Stephon Cleveland. Cleveland will try to fire up the attack again. We move in the 87th minute. Towards midfield, we'll play it back. Smart applies some pressure. Who's up, who's down, where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USA League One Power Rankings, only on USLLeague1.com. Madison conceding just 5 in their last 11 matches. Looking to push that to 5 in their last 12 matches. We'll have the ultimate USL League One Power Rankings on Monday. We will know the playoff bracket. Reese Williams dispossessed. And this could be a booking, and it is. Reese Williams with the takedown from behind. 4th yellow card of the evening. Sparrow Health System replay. Smart goes down. John Smart, the USL Championship veteran. 100 matches played for Indy 11. There's the USL League One midseason MVP. Subs have been used on both sides. Nate Miller trying to get his guys going. Rafa Minsigan has been the hero often for Lansing United FC. Do they have any more late magic at Cooley Law School Stadium? Don Smart hobble off the pitch. Nunez, Tenorio, Paulo Jr. have all been subbed out for forward Madison. Coulter will send it down the pitch. Boot towards the corner. Trying to target Beeman. Now Stefan Cleveland has it. He rolls it out. Here comes Lansing Ignite FC. Carr, long ball, too long. Coulter makes the grab. He will not move until he's good and ready. Coulter across midfield. Carr to Gomez. Gomez will drop it back. Lansing Ignite just unable to settle things down in a position they want it to be in. So they can get things rolling. We're in the 90th minute. Koyfik hesitates. Moshobani. And again, the connection just not there. Another throw-in coming up for forward Madison. Eaton goes down, as does Koyfik. The flock happy right now. As is everyone in Madison, I'm sure. There'll be 4 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time brought to you by Peak Performance Physical Therapy, the official training and rehab partner of Lansing Ignite. Don Smart has made his way back to the pitch. Carr spins around. Minsigan, can he be a hero again? Minsigan's cross into the box. Moshobani tried the pass. It moves through. Coming off the line is Coulter to make the grab. Check out our Sparrow replay. Beeman, an unfortunate victim of circumstance. He took that one off the grill. Whistle sounds against forward Madison. The flag is up on the far side. Lansing trying to get a ball back out onto the pitch to get things rolling. Gomez. Koyfik. Moshobani. Flag up. Coulter comes over. 93rd minute. Right now the people in Greenville excited. In Chattanooga, shattered dreams as it stands now. This result holds, Madison will clinch the 4 seed. In a date with North Texas, Greenville would have the opportunity to win the 2 seed tonight at Tormenta. Diaz throws it in. Beeman worked his way through. Eaton had it and lost it. Lansing now trying the counter. Tumi Moshobani puts the brakes on, goes down. He's fouled. We go into the 94th minute. Shabani slow to get to his feet. Another yellow card shown. Mark Leonard will go in the books. Not much time left. Kyle Carr. Send this one up towards the mixing bowl. And we'll see what happens. Stephon Cleveland up into the play as well. Ball sent ahead. Coulter comes off the line and makes the grab. Dying moments of this match. Coulter sends it down the pitch. Maybe the last possession for Lansing Ignite FC. Ball sent ahead on the left side. Nick Moon, 1v1 against Toyama. This pass sent ahead. The whistle sounds and Forward Madison are heading to the USL League One playoffs. They come into Cooley Law School Stadium and stun Lansing Ignite FC with a 1-0 victory. The 7th clean sheet in the last 12 matches for Forward Madison was the biggest one of the year. Forward Madison will square off against North Texas in the first round of the USL League One playoffs next weekend. That's the man of the hour, J.C. Banks. He struck in the first half, and that would end up being the difference. J.C. Banks getting the congratulations from his teammates. Motions over to the flock. 150 strong made their way from Madison. And everyone's going full Mingo. Let's check out the defensive play of the match. Brought to you by Kuntz Law. Stephon Cleveland kept his side in this one with the stop of the Don Smart penalty. And that was tonight's unwavering defensive play of the game, brought to you by Kuntz Law. But it would not be enough as Lansing Ignite FC kept off the score sheet, which is something that just does not happen here at Cooley Law School Stadium. But it's all smiles for the visitors. As we take a look at the USL League One playoff bracket, this is up to the second. We know the matchups. North Texas will play host to Forward Madison. That will come up next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on the other side, we know who it will be. We just don't know where it will be. It will be Lansing Ignite FC. It will be the Greenville Triumph. We don't know the location, and we do not know the date. So Greenville tonight will be traveling to Tormenta. They will kick that at 8 o'clock with everything on the line. Forward Madison, with their back to the wall, came through here tonight. We'll take our final break, come back and wrap this thing up. Forward Madison with the 1-0 victory over Lansing Ignite FC. We'll be right back with more. Back inside Cooley Law School Stadium, Darrell Shore, a happy man right now. His side came on the road in one of the toughest environments of all of League One to play. And they did what they have done as of late to everyone. A clean sheet with a 1-0 victory. Let's check out tonight's play of the match, brought to you by Telecris Plasma Resources. Pride for our donors, passion for our patients. Help create life-saving medication by donating plasma today. Rafa Minsigan gave one a rip. But that was the story of the afternoon for Lansing Ignite FC as Ryan Coulter made the stop, much to the chagrin of the assembly line. So what they have to do here this evening now is go back and watch the Greenville match at Tormenta to see if we will be back here at Cooley Law School Stadium. The highlights from tonight's 1-0 victory for Forward Madison. A game that Forward Madison came out very aggressively in the first half as teams will go back and forth. But in the dying moments of the first half, it was a Don Smart cross that worked its way all the way through that would find the left foot of J.C. Banks. That would be the goal that was scored by Forward Madison as they knocked on the door a couple of times as that cross was sent in to Josiel Nunez. But Cleveland would keep it 0-0. But then Forward Madison eventually would be able to break through. As the cross sent in here by Carter Manley would find Don Smart, who put it on the left foot of J.C. Banks, and that would be the difference here today as Banks strikes, beating Cleveland on that far side. And that would be all the work that Forward Madison would need to put in offensively. Banks would figure again in the matchup as he was taken down inside the 18. And Forward Madison had an opportunity to put this one away. Don Smart's hesitation step would not work out as Stephon Cleveland made the stop with the dive and kept LIFC's hopes alive as far as trying to get a point to secure the home playoff match. Despite some pressure late by Lansing Ignite FC, they would not be able to break through as this really draws up what Lansing Ignite FC would see happen in the second half. Forward Madison just seemed to be everywhere out there on the pitch. At times it seemed like they had 12 or 13 men out there. It was just tough sledding for Lansing Ignite FC offensively. Just one shot on target. They came in averaging 5 per matchup here at Cooley Law School Stadium. In the end, Forward Madison, outside of the possession number, a dominating win. You're up to the minute. League One standings, Lansing Ignite still sitting in that second place spot. Greenville Triumph, a road trip to South Georgia Tormenta FC. If they get the win there, they would get the win tiebreaker over Lansing Ignite. So here are the playoffs as they're set up right now. North Texas will host Forward Madison. It will be Greenville and Lansing on the other side. We don't know where, we don't know when, but we will about 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. And here are the final 3 matches of the USL League One season. All eyes on South Georgia Tormenta FC and Greenville. That's the final piece of the puzzle. Shattered dreams for Chattanooga as that match against Toronto FC2 will not have the playoff implications that they wanted it to have. So for everybody here in our studios, my name is Neil Rule. Happy you were able to join us this evening. Forward Madison, a huge victory on the road against Lansing Ignite FC. They have a reservation at the table. They will square off against North Texas. Lansing Ignite FC will be there as well. And of course, we will be there every step of the way to bring you all the action. Again, my name is Neil Rule. Thank you for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.